Yeah, what up, everybody? The intro is going to be kind of long for a minute. A day after we posted this episode, Twitter just got bought out by Elon Musk. So I kind of want to talk about it a little bit because the episode's going to feel kind of dated, like a day dated. Well, anyways, I'm not too sure what Elon means about protecting free speech. For one thing, Twitter isn't even a public forum, and two, the First Amendment only applies to government and to its citizens. An example, like if your government closes your business because you don't agree with your governor, that's a First Amendment issue. But if a business says no shirt, no shoes, no service, or it's a violation of their TOS, that's not a First Amendment issue. Yo, private companies can do whatever the hell they want. If you want Twitter to be a haven of illegal activities or a place of self-curated silos, then sure, whatever. Let's see if Twitter will turn into the next 4chan. But I am hopeful about Elon taking Twitter private. I mean, on the track record, Twitter was failing on the public market. It was super stagnant for months, for years actually. And maybe it's because of its public bureaucracies that Twitter hasn't been able to meet the potential that Twitter has. I mean, you'll hear me going on that I wish Twitter became more like a super upgraded Patreon kind of thing, right? But yeah, like look what Twitter couldn't do. It couldn't capitalize on Vine, and now we have TikTok, which is one of the most influential social media apps in the world right now. Twitter is a very influential space, and it is significantly smaller than Facebook, but probably the same influence, or if not more than Facebook. I do think Twitter has the potential to become something great, and Elon Musk does have a track record of being behind projects that have advanced society forward, like PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, OpenAI, and the Boring Company. Like if you heard me previously, the Boring Company is my favorite Elon company. If Elon sees Twitter more than a vanity project, where it turns Twitter from like a potentially 4chan into an actual social network and a communication app that Jack Dorsey envisioned, then I say let's let Elon tackle it and see if he can solve the issue that almost all social networks have, balancing content moderation. So, Godspeed, Elon, man. I hope you do it. Yo, what's good? So, in this episode, Erwin and I talk about CNN Plus pretty much ending after 3 weeks and what it means for the streaming industry going forward. And we go on a really, really long tangent on NFTs and cryptocurrencies again. Also, Erwin talks about crypto kicks, whatever the hell that means. Enjoy the episode. Peace.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Difficult to Please podcast, episode 43.
43, early 40s. Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh. It's kind of a trip to think about, like how we stopped dropping seasons. It's just like a continuous thing. And I'm like, oh, this would have been season 4, episode 3, but here we are.
Why did we do seasons back then?
I think we had more of like a theme or like an arc per season.
Did we? Where we like, oh, this is like a true crime podcast, but no, it's just like riffs of rants of like two young 30-year-olds who are in their
that's
mid-30s.
really what it came down to.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're like, we had different ambitions, or let's just say the strategy and how we were approaching it in the first 20 episodes was different. And then we kind of realized, we're like, oh, this doesn't need seasons.
This doesn't need seasons.
There's no arc changes.
Pivoted. Yeah. The only arc change was our training arc. That's it. The first 20 episodes were our training arc, and then
this is training arc.
The anime training arc.
This is us in the hyperbaric time chamber.
With my horse girls.
We're fucking training with Jiraiya.
That's like 2 different animes. That's like Naruto and like
what else? What other training arcs are there? Well, who else had that?
Every single shonen one has a training arc where someone's like, I need to get stronger to defeat A, B, and C, so let me do that. Everyone has an Irwin. It's just not Dragon Ball. I'm just kidding.
Well, here we are. We're recording on Sunday, April 24th. I am a quarter of a beer in. I'm drinking a Pilsner from Finback Brewing on the East Coast.
Damn. I was drinking, what was that? The Lord Bergamot tea from Tim Steven? Whatever that.
Oh, Steven. No,
Tim
it's like Smith Tea Company.
There you go. I don't
from
know.
Portland, Oregon.
Tim Steven. I don't know why.
You wanted to say Tim Apple? Tim Cook?
Tim Apple? Give me some Steven tea. No, so I've been ordering my teas from Portland now.
It's
good.
Or artisanal. It's delicious shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that, but it's just really good. Like I even get my green teas from there now. I'm drinking coffee too. Oh, damn.
Damn, here we are.
Man, you need acoustic panels like I did. I don't know if it really made a difference. I just randomly put them around my room. I'm not sure if you can see it. I put one on my door, and there's some on this wall, and then there's like some like right here, and there's like 6 in front of me, back on that wall. I was trying to look at the physics behind like sound waves and shit like that. I think I nailed it down pretty well, but
just I'm on a slow buying spree of equipment here. I'm like 2 years behind of a camera. I bought this microphone from last year. We're kind of a slow spree. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The Difficult to Please podcast. Here we are. We're trying to get that cash in.
Cash money. Pat, more than $2. How much do we have from sponsorships again?
Go. About $10 plus.
About $10.
No more than 15. About $10.
Hey, yeah. $10. That's like where.
So shout out.
What's that? Shout out to what?
No, I was gonna say. So shout out to our like 20 people listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you find somebody who finds our contact, yeah. If you have people that you think that would listen to this, share it from Anchor or share it from Spotify.
We see some pretty profound shit.
Fucking matter.
Yeah, we see some pretty profound
I don't know.
shit.
Fucking follow us on TikTok. We out here.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do videos. Oh, I was telling Erwin that like I was in this huge like Adobe debate, and I was like, oh, do I get Adobe Creative Suite again, or like podcasts, audio mixing, for learning like After Effects and for learning Premiere Pro? But I was like, man, like I don't know if I want to. Because like what it's $53, right, a month for Adobe. Two apps is $40. And if you get a third app, it's $60. It's like, well, fuck it. If you're gonna get a third app, might as well just get all of them.
Yes. Once you go past 2, you're like, you might as well just buy the whole damn thing.
Yeah. And
there's like, no point.
Do I need it? So that's been my debate. I do want to get into like better video editing too. Skill set I want to pick up.
Skill set? You can be like a.
What's up?
I was gonna say you're gonna be like an influencer on your side hustle.
My side hustle is gonna be I wear COD shirts from like 2008 with some dog. I'm credible, dude. I was really sad because I have not worn a shirt forever. It was one of those shirts where it's like I felt that it was too good to wear, so I never wore it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny because when I bought the shirt, I was still into like size ups rather than being fitted, and it was just funny. Anyways, yeah, no, that's not what we wanted to talk about.
It's not this episode.
Not this episode. I mean, I love talking about fashion, but fuck, dude, I'm in like Everlane sweats right now. The only thing that I'm wearing like decent is like my top, and you're wearing the freaking is that an alphanumeric hat?
No, I'm not. This is undefeated. This is undefeated.
So I get their two logos like separated or mixed up.
So different. I will say I follow an alphanumeric archive Instagram, and just like when they keep posting or like posting old shit from like early 2000s, late 90s, I'm like, man, I wish I caught more alphanumeric back in high school. I'll say that.
Same. Alphanumeric 5. Yeah, there was a lot of good clothing brands back then.
Fucked up.
And it
see, your nephew doesn't know that. Shout out to Nathaniel. I don't know. Do you call him? Well, how do you say his name?
I call him Nate.
You call him Nate?
Yeah. What am I supposed to call him? Nathaniel? Come here, Nathaniel. Come here. Come here with your bougie ass clothes and your overly priced dad clothes. I'm just kidding. No, it's no, but I
Uncle
love,
Rants.
no, I mean I love his fashion, dude. His fashion wear is like it's pretty dope. I really like one because like I'll clown on him on it, but I clown like all my nephews and nieces on their clothes. Like my
It's kind of
niece,
like a given right. It's a right.
yeah, it's uncle privilege to do that. Like I like what they wear actually. It's just when I see my niece and she has like, you know how like holes in jeans are becoming a thing again. I look at him
Yeah.
like, hey, hey, where'd you get those pants? They didn't finish it, kind of thing. And she gets so mad. I was like, there's 6 holes in those jeans. Did it come like that? Like, oh man, they didn't do a good job. Look at my jeans. They have no holes in them. Like I'm just fuck man.
Oh, shit,
I
that's
am
good.
becoming an
Okay.
uncle. God damn, that's so
You just
stupid.
you just start roasting your nieces and nephews.
Yeah, I'm like, but they know it too. And like the thing about my niece is like she's not afraid to bite back. So I'm like, oh, this girl's gonna be good.
She's like roast. She's like
Yeah,
single ass, live with your
Yeah.
mama.
yeah, she's like, I'm gonna roast you and it's gonna hurt, and I'm not afraid. I'm like, this girl's gonna be a good one in the future. She's well protected by herself.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of people who get roasted all by themselves, let's talk about the whole CNN Plus going down. Let's go, baby.
I
Less
thought
than
you were
1
gonna talk
month
about.
in. Less than 1 month to go in.
I thought you were going to talk about Elon getting roasted, but here we.
I mean, that could get their
CNN
way
Plus.
too. CNN Plus
CNN
did
Plus.
get roasted after 1 month. Less than 1 month? Already out.
Ye-
And to be fair, some of their programming is okay. Like, I think conceptually CNN Plus is good, but you need to think about from like an outside perspective on who owns CNN Plus. It was Time
Yeah.
and Warner. So
Time Warner, AT&T Time Warner. 'Cause
yeah, before they sold
that's
it
the
off.
current-
Yeah. Because it's like, if you think about it, why would one company have 3 different streaming services? Why would they have CNN Plus, HBO Max, and Discovery Plus? Like,
Well, the stupid thing about like my point of view is like CNN Plus doesn't even have live CNN. It's like
it's just CNN side hustle.
it's the hosts of CNN and they're kind of like side quests. So like Anderson Cooper, it was like his
parenting.
how to parent.
How to parent. I was like,
Jake
interesting pet
Tapper is
project.
like has his own shit that's like
yeah,
not
book
connected.
club. It's a book club.
See, it is like he's not talking talking
Yeah.
about politics or news. He's just
And
talking about books.
And I think the best thing they say, the best original content was Scott Galloway's show was like the best original content on CNN Plus. And like for me, that's like, oh, interesting. So it not that it's bad. Like you know me, I'm a really big fan of his, and it's just like it's me wondering why have 3 different streaming services when you can just bundle it into one. Eventually, it's going to be a who owns it? It's not AT&T anymore, so it's going to be like a Time Warner app eventually. It's going to be one big super app of Time Warner, HBO Max, Discovery, and CNN Plus thing. That's what it should happen.
I wouldn't be surprised within the next year or so because of CNN Plus failing is that they're going to spin off stuff off of. So like they're going to spin off HBO to its own thing. They're going to sell that shit to a private equity or like
Why can't it
whatever.
be all free? Oh, I'm not sure
that's
if
why I
I'm
don't
HBO
understand
Max.
either.
Yeah, like maybe HBO
Yeah,
Max
that's-
has the credibility to be its own thing. But if you're gonna,
Oh yeah,
yeah, but CNN Plus and like Discovery should either be a part of it or it should go to Netflix or something like that.
yeah. That's why I'm like I know that Discovery just got bought or slash merged with AT&T
Yeah.
Time Warner,
Mhm.
right? So I could imagine within the year that there's going to be more shuffling. Like I subscribe to the idea that HBO is going to be bought by somebody else, or like because the AT&T Time Warner, they're bleeding money and that they're going to have to sell HBO to cover. Like that's how I see it.
I mean, an ongoing joke with some business people are saying like AT&T just bleeds money all the time anyway. So
I'm like, I don't
like everything they touch just bleeds kind of thing.
like DirecTV. Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what else to do with the like 3 different streaming services. Like, I'm not paying $6 for CNN Plus
No,
or
see, I thought
whatnot,
about
right?
it. I thought about because I wanted to watch Scott's show, and I was like, well, do I want to watch anything else? Like, I like Jake Tapper, I like Anderson Cooper, and I like Chris Wallace. So I'm like, see, I would watch Chris Wallace's show, but it sucks it's behind a paywall.
See, paywalls, man.
Yeah, and the only thing I hate about like
Pirate that shit.
yeah, so what I hate about paywalls too is that like let's say if CNN or a journalism thing decided to put all their shit into a paywall, kind of like how like journalists and celebrities wait for their book deal, which I really
Yeah.
hate. It's like why can't you just talk about this shit like in a public forum? Why you have to wait for like a book deal or a special for it or something like that? Anyways, I think it's like really, really perverse incentives when you start putting things behind a paywall,
Oh
especially if it
yeah.
comes to like news and stuff like that. Because like I mean, news is already has bad incentives with the ad industry. So, but
Yeah.
you know, oddly enough, everyone's going back to the ad industry. I mean, HBO is going to offer a free thing with ads or a lesser payment with ads, and I think Netflix is thinking about doing the same thing eventually.
Well, yeah, because even how Netflix CEO Reed Hastings first
Co-CEO.
is he co? I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's two CEOs to Netflix.
Well, he's the founder, right?
He is the founder
He's
now. Yeah.
But yeah, he was saying how like about 10 years ago, Netflix will never have ads, but now that like Netflix has tanked about 60+%,
Mm-hmm.
they have to figure out how to make more money, and they lost a bunch of subscribers. So there's an interesting point, or like the strategy for Netflix to get revenue back
Mm-hmm.
is to crack down on password sharing, which it's not the solution. Like, it's not, because granted, you'll get some money back. I remember you were able to share, like the way that they're proposing Netflix
Devices.
devices, and that you can share your login credentials for additional fee. I could see like the IP, like the back end of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's gonna. That's not the solution here. There's a lot of choices, and if you're not gonna make good content to capture everybody, then I don't know, man.
Yeah, I've read an article that Netflix is still trying to figure out the India market, and like it's interesting knowing that how integrated even like globalization is with Netflix too. It's like every country has their own version of Netflix in a way. Like Netflix specifically has like
It's so regionalized.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's regionalized.
Yes.
It's crazy. And then now that they're like, you would think they're growing, but they're now that the fact that they're bleeding money, it makes you think like, okay, so how many people like would I think Amazon had this, or not Amazon, Apple had this problem with the iPhone. It's like you're eventually going to hit a peak of subscribers. Like, at what point does someone from Android go, you know what, fuck this shit, I want an iPhone now, or vice versa? You're gonna get to your peak, right? You're gonna plateau on your sales. So what do you do next? And for Apple, I think Apple's the only winner in this story too. Apple switched to services, and now it's the whole Apple One ecosystem is just super profitable. It's like you can't break away Apple's parts now. It's kind of like, no, it's all integrating into like one shit, and like if you get one service, you kind of get all of them now. And
and then once you get the Apple Plus car, the autonomous
the Apple car,
the Elon competitor,
it's gonna be Dijon. I hope it's Dijon. Dijon. I hope it's
Dijon.
Dijon. I hope it's designed by Johnny Ive, though. I really hope it's gonna be like a just all glass car, and you're just gonna be sitting down, and you just be floating.
All glass car. You're fucking wrecked.
All glass car, and you're just chilling on your phone, and people can see you on your phone. Just
whatever is going to happen to the Apple car, it's going to be
bizarre.
It's going to be, I don't know. I wanted to say it's going to top Tesla's like design.
I think it will, 100%. I think it's going to top Tesla's design. I mean, no thanks to Elon, or no shots fired to Elon though. Like Elon's already like a genius in his own way, and everything he touches
Yeah,
for the
but
most part is
except for
still pretty
Twitter,
good, except
he's.
for Twitter. Except for Twitter. Come on, man. And oh, did you see that SNL skit about
I haven't checked. Oh, sorry.
oh, they're just kind of making fun of like Elon's like, why does he want to buy Twitter? It's such a bad business. And I forgot his name, that one comedian, but he's like, yeah, whatever, how many billion he's offered to buy Twitter just to say the N word for when people say the N word. I was like, yo, that guy's correct. I was like, that is some hardcore funny ass satire truth right there.
You know, like
funny.
I keep thinking, like you progress. Well, hold on. Aside, you kind of see myself like get redder and redder when on the video. Like I'm like 3/4 in, so I'm feeling it.
Oh, I mean, I just had a shot of whiskey. I mean, I have age, but you know that.
Yeah. So, well, what I'm saying is like I
Why'd you have to point
forget
that out, Erwin? Why'd you have to point that out?
because technically this is like buzz thoughts again,
Uh-oh.
which I like doing the podcast on the weekend because I'm able to drink a little bit.
Sorry.
um
That's why I said Sunday. I was like, yeah, maybe he likes this.
I like the weekend because I'm able to drink and just talk shit. No,
Mhm.
you forget that I don't know if anybody forgets, but Elon is from South Africa and he's an immigrant, so technically he is African American.
He has yeah, I guess he has U.S. citizenship, right?
He's African American.
Yeah, but come on, man, you can't do like.
Your brain, I see your brain is like trying to compute that fact. You're like,
I know,
oh fuck,
no, and that's not the
he
point.
literally is African American.
That's not the point. I'm like trying to think about like, but didn't he live through apartheid too? So it's like,
Yeah, as somebody who
he
had
came
a
from.
fucking lithium mine, whatever he was mining, his family was mining and shit. Anyways, now I'm too deep onto like Elon and him trying to buy out Twitter because
It's so weird. It's weird
it's
for
a
me.
weird thing, and just because it doesn't do anything for his own kind of portfolio of money.
Yeah, I think it's more of a pet
It
project
doesn't do
rather.
anything. It literally doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
and like you and I were kind of talking about like what Twitter could do to be profit. And I was like, why couldn't it be like a really really big version of Patreon? Like that's ideally where I think Twitter should be. I think it's a really creative space. I think it's awesome.
I think
I
yeah,
don't
it needs to
use
be
it.
like
I'm trying to use it more, but I don't use it. But yeah,
yeah.
if you can have content with like creators who just want to have like a random like Discord level
Mhm.
conversation with people, it's like, let me just rant today real quick. You know
That's what I'm
what?
saying.
Blah blah blah.
It's closer to what Patreon and Medium. It's like a pay to subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
You subscribe to the service, but you like your fucking whatever creator, and you get that content for how long,
Right.
and that way that you get some kind of money, but like money paid back to the creator on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good way of. And like we need to remember too, like most people aren't on Twitter. Like I keep
Fuck no.
forgetting Twitter's such a small level of community. Like it's
Yeah.
only for like journalists and random artists and random celebrities. And like I forget who pointed this out. I think it was Elon who pointed this out. But he said like not even Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber, who has like the most followers on Twitter, post every day kind of thing. So it's like I keep forgetting about them. Like, oh yeah, it's either
No
used
one
by
fucking.
marketers, journalists, or like
It's where I
politicians
get my
now.
news though. I'm like a millennial. Like I only get my news from social media. So here we are.
Well, that's kind of weird too, because like you should have been like you're like our generation should have been getting it from like Facebook, because that was
Dude,
like the
yeah.
yeah. But no, but like it's funny because like when people tell me like do you use like when like older people ask me like do you use Facebook, I'm like, oh, that shit's toxic. I left it a long time ago. And they're like, I'm still on
It's
it.
hard. It's
It's
hard, man.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to leave uh Facebook because like I only have it for family to contact me. That's about it. Oh, which reminds me, I need to put on my phone app. Fuck. No,
That's what
I
I'm
don't want
saying.
to
Like
send my phone
Messenger and WhatsApp is like it's smart how Zuckerberg was bought Instagram, developed Messenger, bought WhatsApp as a form of communication, because otherwise I wouldn't, besides like professionally for me to like buy and run Facebook ads, because you can do all that stuff with Instagram and Messenger. Like, oh yeah. Otherwise, I would not have Facebook. I'm like I'm barely on it as is.
Yeah, same. Same. But then I do hear like their marketing stuff is just really good, and their Facebook Marketplace is supposed to be really good too. Like that's the new Craigslist for people. I was like, really? You're gonna go after Craigslist? Those people don't even make money.
Well, I haven't bought anything on Facebook Marketplace. Like I peruse it. I just don't. I don't like buying from Facebook. I rather just do like Macari or like something that's kind of a less,
Upsell or something.
rather, yeah, like more secure, so that like if something goes wrong, I can just like, hey, I can complain. I know. You see my face is starting to get blank and shit. Like I don't know what I'm saying.
I just kind of like the Windows loading screen on your forehead.
That's a TikTok clip right there. Like,
anyways,
no,
yeah, go ahead.
at least you can have accountability through like Macari, eBay. What's the other one? Is there another one? What other app? I think you can do it through Poshmark too.
ClickUp or not ClickUp is a project management thing. Upsell or something like that.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm just saying that there's more accountability because you can do that shit.
Right.
Who knows? Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I'm not buying shit on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. So do you think because like, but isn't that kind of weird too that there's so many different avenues, so many different apps to do the same thing nowadays? It's kind of like people are like, God damn it, where do I sell my shit now? Like where do I get stuff now? Because everything does a little bit of everything or does a little bit of something, but now our phone's filled with like 500 apps. All for
well,
like
just wait till like
things.
Amazon or something buys Twitter, so that everything gets more integrated. So that Amazon becomes like the one-stop app.
Yeah, and I think now that we're talking about this now, no. It's funny seeing all these different companies trying to make the super app. They're trying to make the ecosystem now. That's the new thing. Everyone's becoming a cable company now. They're becoming the 3 cable companies in the US. That's where we're headed again. And that's where like streaming's headed. That's where our technology's headed. Everything's going to either be in the Apple, Google, Amazon universe now. I know Uber's trying to create their own right now. I think they're trying to be the one-stop destination for your travel plans with car, air, and airports and stuff like that. They're trying to be that one-stop app. Obviously, Amazon has their own thing. I think Amazon's the closest to it. Google has its own stuff with YouTube Music, and Maps and whatever stuff they have. Then obviously we know about Apple's subscription services. So all 3 have a really, really strong subscription service. I think Amazon's has the most variety. I mean, I don't know anyone who uses Amazon Music, but I mean, it's out there.
Amazon Music, even the idea of Amazon Prime. I don't know too many people that religiously watch Amazon Prime. So I can also see that Amazon purchases or acquires Netflix within the next 5 years if things continue on this track of missed earnings for Netflix.
Kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, so Amazon or Apple has their Apple TV Plus, right? And they're very they're very selective. Oh, it's funny. Everyone showed me a chart of all the streaming companies who lost money, and the only company that did well was Apple. And that's not to say that Apple TV Plus is good. It's
that's a Scott Galloway's chart. So shout out to
Pivot. Shout out to Scott, Pivot and Scott. But no, but it's because Apple has other ways of making money to make sure they're not just dumping money into. Well, okay, I guess they are dumping money.
Hardware.
Yeah, they have the hardware and they have the services and they have the products, and it's like well, let's just do media too. And then I'm pretty sure it's not making them any money though. That's the thing. Cause
I don't think
I
I
only
don't
like
think
We
they're making
Crash.
money.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
forgot
don't
how
think they're
much
making
money
money.
they're dumping to like the morning show or something like that. But yeah, and
I could imagine it's a lot because they're paying Jennifer Aniston and
so
Reese
much,
Witherspoon a lot
so
of
much
money.
money. Yeah. And I
So
think,
I can see like this is more of them to capture people into Apple TV Plus
yeah. And it's funny,
or Apple.
and I think it's funny too because Jon Stewart kind of made like a joke about it on his show on Apple TV Plus. I didn't
Okay,
watch it, but he basically said like, "You're never gonna know about this. You're only gonna find this from like a pirated clip on YouTube or something like that. That's how you're gonna find out about like my clips and stuff like that." I'm like, that's fair. That's actually very
it's true.
fair.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
no one really cares about Apple TV Plus. Like, I only watch it. I'm only watching it right now is because T-Mobile got hacked by a group of hackers, and now they're giving Apple TV Plus to everyone for a year. That's the only reason why
Well,
I'm on Apple TV
I
Plus.
I I only watch stuff on Apple TV Plus because they gave when you buy an Apple product. I don't know if it's an iPad, but I bought a MacBook in 2020. They gave you a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like, why not?
yeah. Why not? Why not? It's not gonna get me hooked on their service.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No.
not gonna get me hooked
No.
on to their future subscription, the iPhone subscription, whatever that they're gonna do. That's that Google is doing with the Pixel Pass or something. I mean, I think that's the best way to sell phones too, is just to have a reoccurring. What is it got? Scott says like a rundle, that reoccurring revenue bundle.
They should
And
just do that for the iPads too. Like,
they are, aren't they? Yeah, they should do it for the
I
iPads too.
don't know.
So,
I don't
anyways,
know.
to like circle this conversation back, that's what like Netflix needs to be doing. That's what CNN, HBO Max, Discovery needs to be doing. Because like someone needs to buy out Roku, and we you know we've been talking about that Netflix should be the
Roku.
one to doing it.
I'm telling you, I think Netflix is going to buy Roku just for the hardware acquisition and user acquisition. Because, fuck, man.
Yeah, they need something.
What else are you
Netflix
gonna do?
needs
What else?
something. Yeah, because like, so what we're saying
Netflix is
is,
going to dip the way that they killed fucking Blockbuster. Somebody's going to be like, yo, we killing your shit, fucking Netflix.
yeah,
Pew, pew, pew.
yeah,
Pew,
Netflix
pew,
is
pew.
they're getting shot at right now by Apple, Amazon, YouTube, and who else? Disney. Yeah, I know. Disney's the big winner in this one.
Disney's killing shit, dog. They got fucking
Except in
Hulu.
Florida.
They got Disney Plus, ESPN.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, Disney made the right moves. Bob Iger did such a good job with like setting Disney up to compete against Netflix, only just to like pass him up.
And whatever Bob is dealing with in Florida.
The
Sorry,
new
dog.
Bob too, Bob Shepnick or something. Yeah, yeah,
Don't say gay. Oh man,
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
Florida
was
taking
crazy.
else. Florida crazy.
Florida's crazy. I've never seen like so many First Amendment violation rights. They're like, yeah, we don't want this shit. I'm like, that's the definition of the violation of the First Amendment is when government tells you you can't you can't disagree with something. Like,
We're
that's
trying.
crazy.
I know. I think I'm too buzzed to talk about anything in Florida right now about that. I just find it interesting when it comes to Disney that Florida lawmakers were like, all right, y'all talking shit. We're gonna fucking see about that special tax privileges you guys have out here in Orlando.
That I can understand, but you can't tell a company like you can't like lash out a company for believing in something else that the government doesn't believe in. That's
Yeah,
that's definitely a first violation, right? Like if
that's
it's like
really odd.
yeah, if you say like yeah, we're gonna cut your taxes kind of thing, like we're taking back our tax cuts from you, and it's kind of like you know what you're gonna do to the other people, right? You're gonna raise their taxes now because you can't get Disney tax. Yeah.
It's just kind of like you fucked around and find out. Everyone's trying to fuck around and find out now. So
yeah,
here you are.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think the culture war is great.
Shit's funny to me.
It's funny to me. I'm just yeah, shit's funny to me. I'll look at culture war stuff. I'm like, sip. This is great. I mean, California has their own issues, but this is great. This is great. Anyways, random ass tangent, but yeah. So, anyways, coming back.
close that shit out.
Yeah. So it's just funny seeing a bunch of companies trying to bulk up, and you see companies that don't know how to bulk up, and we're
Like
just
Fortnite and Epic Games.
saying, are they losing money? I actually haven't been following Epic's revenue stuff. Have they been? I don't know. The only thing I know, yeah, I think they're okay. I think they're trying to do NFTs, and they definitely started doing the Wu-Tang Fortnite line. So
They
shout
gotta
out to
keep adding
Fortnite.
shit.
Yeah, they keep adding and taking shit away from Fortnite. I'm like, man, people still play Fortnite. Like, they brought back building. I'm like, why did they take it out in the first place? Like, were they taking out buildings so they wouldn't build over Travis Scott during his concert? You're like, I fucking hate Travis Scott. Let me build this tower over it real quick.
You're not gonna die.
You're not gonna die as long as Travis Scott has this wall behind him. Oh my god. But yeah, everyone's like literally dead right now.
Fuck. No, okay. I'm kind of oblivious to the whole Wu-Tang collab with Fortnite. Is it just
I'm oblivious
another
to every
skin, or is this
collaboration.
merch?
No, it's just merch. It's merch putting stuff into the Fortnite community. That's the reason why I think Fortnite's a good definition of a metaverse right now. Because I'm like, yeah, they're doing things kind of like how I expect the metaverse to do. They have Naruto collaborations. They have your dances. They have your Travis Scott and Ariana Grande concerts, and they're doing things correctly. And I'm like, yeah, I could see why Fortnite's doing a good job with the metaverse. But I really don't like FPS games. I really don't like FPS games.
That's literally all I play. But
I know.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
If I go there,
I get it. I don't really give a shit about Fortnite and this old man rants just because of the building aspect.
You can't build shit and fire a gun at the same time. What's wrong with you?
My brain is like I'm not at that stage in my life. I feel like I need to, like, if I were a competitive gamer, I like, yo, I gotta retire. I can't keep up. Yeah. I can't do this fucking build and shoot at the same time.
The only thing Erwin's really excited about is being Snoop Dogg on a new Call of Duty.
What I am excited about is
Since you love Call of Duty so much.
No, fucking on Friday 4/29, they are Nintendo is releasing Switch Sports, the spiritual successor to Wii Sports, which I think is a great idea. I just feel like that should have been a Gen 1 game, not like a late stage Switch game.
I thought this was going to be your what you're hyped about segment.
No, it was shit. I can be hyped about it mid podcast. I'm like, yo, okay, that's tight as fuck.
That's tight as fuck. Okay. All right, we're gonna dip into games for a minute. Yeah, so yeah, Erwin talked about Wii Sports 2 is having their Switch Sports. What's it called? Switch.
Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yeah, and like, damn, it's such a good idea.
Why didn't they do this earlier?
Yeah, it should have been the pandemic game, but I think they were trying to experiment with all the Wii Fit and Mario Tennis, which is one of the greatest games of all time. And yeah, now they have Wii Sports. I would definitely play or Switch Sports. That sounds fun to me. I would definitely.
Shit's fun to me.
Shit's fun to me. I think Switch is the best gaming console right now, like hands down. Like I think the PS5 is great.
Not the Stream Deck.
I think.
I'm just kidding.
I think I'm gonna say Stream Deck.
Steam Deck.
Sorry. Steam Deck version 2 or 3 is going to be really mind-blowing. I think right now we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We can barely play Elden Ring on it. But I think the technology for the Steam Deck is going to be really good in version 2 or 3. I mean, that's the thing with technology. Like, it's just their 2 and 3 versions will start to pick up. I mean, it took Google
except for the vaccine. The vaccine, it worked out.
I'm talking about technology, fool. I'm talking about. Well, I guess vaccine is
the fucking nanotechnology in these fucking. I'm sorry. I mean it again. Oh, drunk Erwin. Here we are.
Buzz thoughts. Like I'm red, but I'm not drunk. I'm just red. But anyways. But yeah, so okay, I'm trying to like circle all this here nonsense back into everything.
Yeah, nonsense.
So we're
just talking about Fortnite and streaming.
Super app. I know we're talking about super app. the whole thing I'm supposed to talk about is consolidation. And eventually we're gonna go to like a 3-company consolidation thing again.
Yeah, I thought you wrapped that up. That's why I brought up fucking Fortnite.
Sure. Okay, so what's funny about what I'm hearing about consolidation is that the whole, I know this is, we didn't really talk about this, but uh I want to talk about how Web3 was supposed to be the promise of decentralization. And
Oh man, fucking Web3 is a scam, dog.
yeah. So like Jack Dorsey said it, Elon said it, and was Web3 a company or was it an idea? I remember hearing like a Web3 company by like some
I
like
think
people from
Web3 is an
Israel.
idea. It's an idea.
Because I thought Web3 was also the name of a company.
It could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an idea. I just don't think we're there. I think we're so far from being Web3.
Mhm.
And just going back to like Fortnite and shit like that, how when you buy NFT right now, on paper, it sounds dope to fucking have an item that you can carry with you across games and platforms. But game devs aren't there yet. Like game publishers aren't there yet.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, NFT is just cool art that people are spending like thousands of dollars on. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and part of me is like, I'm a lot less harsh to NFTs now than I was like, when did we first talk about NFTs? Like a few months,
About
like
a year ago.
Yeah, like a year ago. So my mind's,
let's just say 2021. We talked about NFTs.
Yeah, we talked about NFTs, and I was very skeptical about it. And part of me does like see, like I could see the scam in it, but at the same time, I do see its value, but not in
value.
but not in a way where it's like so tangible. It's more of a
Yeah, at least not yet. It's very conceptual right now.
Yeah, it's very conceptual, but I know I said this in the previous podcast, but I do like the way that Kings of Leon did their NFTs. It's where it guarantees you front row seats. Any of the concerts.
Or like Coachella had their NFT. It was like lifetime passes to Coachella, which is perfect. That's dope shit.
Yeah, and Gary V's doing it with his VFriend stuff. Like that's exactly how you should be doing NFTs. You need to not just make it an art project, but there needs to be a value for the person to have it. Like, Scott was talking about how like hospitals should do NFTs or / tokens for like healthcare, right? And then like kind of like, oh, instead of having to pay through this insurance program, you pay for our token, you and your family get healthcare for life kind of thing. Yeah. So that's an interesting thing.
Like, if Kaiser said, hey, if you spend $1 million worth of ETH for the right to have your healthcare set and your generations past you, that's a good deal.
That's a super good deal. That is a hell of a good deal. I would never go to Kaiser, but that's a super good deal.
Well, I think there are utilities for that. I think, and right now, because of where we are, I think really NFTs are just like to have cool shit. So like,
yeah, it's just cool collector shit right now.
Yeah, like Nike just dropped their first NFT with Artifact. It's basically, they call it a crypto sneaker, but it's based off the Dunk, so it's basically crypto Dunk.
Yeah, and that's that's interesting to me. But again, you gotta think about, okay, how would you use that crypto Dunk, and like how could I use that in a video game? But like most video game developers are like, no, we're not gonna touch NFTs because that's kind of hard to program. Yeah, that's really hard to program.
How do you bring in like, say I want to have those shoes across different characters, right? How the fuck does that happen?
Right. Yeah, do you have to like pay somebody to be like, all right, man, I want my character on Fortnite to be wearing these dunks. Make it happen. It's like, man, I gotta import the code.
I can imagine the code itself is fucked, right? Like you have to kind of like.
Yeah, I'd imagine you have to like
engineer it where like it's either what we say or you can. Yeah,
it's like you have to upload your wallet here and upload your identity here and also upload the link to your NFT here, and then we'll find a way to use AI to create a 3D mesh of your PNG item kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's
conceptually that's a lot of work. That's a lot.
So I'm like, okay, I can see like the business to business aspect of like there's gonna be Web3, web whatever companies that have the algorithm to help you implement your NFT onto.
Still a lot of work, but yeah.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like it will take, because I can imagine like Blizzard, Activision. They're like, okay, so like this person on their WoW account, they want their NFT, whatever, and then we want that as a shirt. But we can't
hard.
do that.
That's hard.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't
So
fit
we
with the
can't do that.
WoW. Yeah, it doesn't fit with the WoW stuff. And it's like,
okay, what if we have what if we hire a contractor that can do the NFT shit? Like you can connect that.
Well,
like
okay.
I can see that the business to business aspect of like.
Sure, but I guess one NFT you could do is like, I'm using WoW for example. I'm just riffing now. It could do NFT on WoW where it's like, well, all right, you'll get this rare hammer, or you'll get Sylvanas' like bow or something like that, and in exchange, you could, I don't know, your character will be in one future story plot with Sylvanas or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something like, "Yo, this character gets to wear the Jeff Staple fucking." But
that wouldn't work. But you know, let's say if it's gonna be like WoW related, if you're gonna do NFT with Blizzards, like you'll get Sylvanas' bow, and whoever owns this, like whatever, her bow or something, NFT on one of the future storylines, she will mention like that character name directly, whoever's linked to that NFT. You know what I mean? That would be a cool idea.
Good.
That's a pretty cool.
Pretty good.
So whoever owns that NFT and whoever goes to that story plot can see like, oh, if it wasn't for eating Mike Tyson's ass, and then the character eating Mike Tyson's ass, and then that would always change because it would be dependent on the ID of that NFT kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just me rambling. I think that's how you could do NFTs in a really cool, creative way without it being a scam. There just has to be a really good smart contract or value proposition to the NFT for it to work. But negative side is that I think you linked this to me, but I forgot. But if we think about like NFTs and like cryptocurrencies in general, they're only owned by less than like for example NFTs. It's a $41 billion whatever market cap or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and 80% of that 41 billion is owned by 9% of accounts. So again, top 10 own it. And with Bitcoin, 800 billion market cap, 95% of that 800 billion market cap is owned by 2% accounts. So I'm just saying it's a good idea, and this is why people are super skeptical about Web3. It's because they're still owned by something like hedge funds. You know what I mean? It's still owned by the rich. Yeah. Welcome to capitalism.
Like I really don't see just following NFTs and crypto. I really don't see the wide adoption of NFTs yet. Like I don't see it with the next 5 years.
So if
it just feels like if people bought Pokemon cards or like Magic cards, it feels I guess more like Magic cards.
That's more NFT-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not about just owning.
Not everyone's gonna have it.
Right. So it's not just about owning it at that point now. Now it's not all about first edition Charizard. I'm going to put this around so Paul Logan can wear it to his next freaking boxing match. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, like, that would be a fun thought experiment. So how would you create an NFT that people would buy into? Obviously, it would have to be something that would link the person who owns it to the person who made it to some degree. So if it was like,
within the next 5 years, it has to be like something, the utility has to be tangible. Like if McDonald's had an NFT where it gives you free
fries for life. Yo, I'm in there. I'm fucking spending. I'm spending for McDonald's fries. Only McDonald's fries.
If like Starbucks said like, hey, if you buy our NFT, you get,
one
free
large drink. Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yo,
or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the utility of it, like, has to be tangible to something. I think right now it can't just be pure digital. Like it needs to be that hybrid, like
digital and
have a token. Like, hey.
Yeah, but there's eventually going to be a plateau, right? Where at what point does someone go, I get free coffee for life, but only if I spend $50,000 on this token?
Yeah, I can see there's a cap or like even like a smaller one where like, hey, I have the Starbucks NFT. I get free coffee a month for a year, or like they'll cap it, like you get free coffee for life, but you only get one coffee per month, week, whatever, you know.
Yeah, so that's why I think like with big companies, big service companies, the subscription rental deal is a good idea. But with like artists and small creators, the tokens are a much better idea because it puts you,
Mhm.
the tokens would put you closer to your audience as
Like if
far,
Banksy had a fucking token, right? Like
yo, it's like, yo, if you own a Banksy token, you could see his footprint from the last place he goes to. He will tell you after he leaves where he was at, so you can be the first one to see it. That would be dope. That would be dope.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
you'll have something like that. Like
yeah, yeah.
I can see Banksy doing something like a prank NFT where he's like, you get pictures of my shit for for life.
But it's crypto.
Verified.
But the funny thing about my NFT token is that it will automatically send itself out to the marketplace and resell itself. That would be fucking tight. But yeah, I mean, we see Takashi Murakami doing it. I mean, Kaz has yet to do it. We see the 100 start doing NFTs and stuff like that. And I think they're, I don't want to say fumbling through it, but they are making really positive strides on how to make an NFT a more valuable thing for people, so people don't go,
Yeah.
it's a fucking scam. It's not, but I can't hate on the girl who did the Bored Ape stuff, but man, she, I don't get Bored Ape. Like, it doesn't fucking make sense to me. I don't get Bored Ape. I don't get the Justin Bieber bears, man. I don't get it. Where am I gonna hang this? Where am I gonna hang this? If I
it's very niche. You're like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't get it.
I have to buy that
I understand.
Samsung photo thing, put that shit on my wall, and just have it repeat NFT stuff I've bought. That's the only way I'm gonna get NFTs on my wall, is if I have that Samsung TV thing or that photo thing they have, and it just cycles through art projects all day, and then when I'm bored, I'll play Fortnite on it while wearing my Wu-Tang gear. Anyways, that was a really, really long tangent, but
that was a long tangent.
That was a long tangent. But anyways, that's what we're saying about like the whole NFTs and creative spaces. So what I want to say is like my opinion has changed. I'm more optimistic about NFTs. Still think it's too early, but I'm still optimistic about value creation. That's what this whole podcast episode's about. It's about value creation. What can big companies do for you? What can small creators do for you? And what can Twitch and YouTube do for you?
I will say we don't have an NFT. We're not trying to fucking take any money right now. No. We will take a like and subscribe and or a review or just share, talk about our fucking podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Erwin's on his buzz thoughts right now.
Buzz thoughts.
So I guess I'll mention this too. We talk about YouTube, and no one asked us why we're on Twitch because we're not. But I'm gonna talk about this anyways because we're still on the topic of like small creators, big creators kind of thing.
Yeah, go for it.
And so it's just funny because someone was or some creators have left Twitch for YouTube. Yeah, I mean this is common now. This is very common. And I think I listened to something by Harris Keller, who is a streamer who, he's not like a huge streamer, but he's like a decent amount streamer, right? Like he's good. He's still popular. He still makes like really good money from it. And he was saying that when he made the switch from YouTube or from Twitch to YouTube, he was saying that the big difference is that Twitch is a place if you want to see people game and all you want to do is game and like whatnot, you go to Twitch. Twitch partners with their people and they expect their partners to stream for hours, right? YouTube's a little more different because it is also run on an ad thing. They're more focused on your content, not just streaming. I mean, streaming could be part of your archive content that people will watch, but they want you to not only just stream, but they want you to do other things like post videos, do other creative side projects. So YouTube, he said YouTube gives you more flexibility on content creation. Like if you wanted to do like a vlog or you wanted to
Hmm.
do like a rant on like why people love pineapple on pizza, like YouTube gives you that much creative space. Twitch does not. Twitch has you must stream 1,000 hours in a week. And it's like that's physically impossible. It's like I don't care. So yeah, so that's the reason. So what I'm saying is like these creators have who have different things they want to do. You have platforms for those. Like if you're like a hardcore good uh gamer like Ninja on Fortnite, you want to stick with
Hmm.
something like Twitch. But if you want to do something more creative, have more a variety of content and stuff like that, you would go to a place like YouTube. So, and then I don't know where people go to Vimeo for. What do you do Vimeo for? I guess they're trying to make content for video creators to make their platform a more open place for people to. I guess they want to provide tools for video creation. But yeah, anyways, YouTube. That's why we here, baby.
That's why. That's why it takes a while for me to upload things on YouTube. So we're on YouTube. So
We are on YouTube,
shout out to us.
and I am like realizing the power of TikTok. So we're trying to do more TikTok stuff too. I'm gonna ask Erwin to give me the TikTok account so we can kind of yeah, because like I'm like now finding the value of YouTube Shorts and TikTok now. I'm like, okay, I get it now. I get it. I get why people like it.
I just make meme jokes for us. Okay,
Yeah, and like my
serious
night
and
routine.
fucking funny.
Yeah, my night routine goes through me scanning through fucking Instagram Reels now. It's
Which is just
disgusting.
fucking wait. It's the late version of TikTok.
And it's not a good version of TikTok. I should be on TikTok because I would be addicted to it, but I'm scared to.
TikTok has a better algorithm. The Chinese did it. That's how we're addicted. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
Chinese. They're really good. They're really good at
They
it.
did the gotcha games really well. I can talk about gotcha games for another hour, but
Well, we're
we'll need
coming
to
up
wrap
on
it
an
up.
hour.
We need to wrap this
Here we
shit
go.
up.
We
But
gotta wrap this shit up.
so, but anyways, overall message going forward, the reason why there's so many fragmentations, it's kind of giving like the whole choice paralysis thing to the consumer, and it's kind of like, well, do we really want that now? But at the same time, we should also be worried that if all these big companies aggregate again, then it's the return of the gatekeepers of different forms. And then we talked about
Mhm.
how NFTs and Bitcoin were supposed to be for the smaller creators, but obviously it's being overtaken by like the people with the big pockets. Again, more gatekeepers. So yeah, welcome to capitalism, baby. Shit's a hard road.
Capitalism. Fuck it.
Okay, I love it, but okay. I like capitalism. I think it's great. I think I love it when people go head to head and try to destroy each other. That's fucking capitalism, baby. Fucking capitalism. Also, choice paralysis. Lower your choices. Lower your choices. Minimalist your shit. Don't have
Oh,
800 subscriptions to the same TV show because no one wants to watch. I don't know. I have no
no one
idea.
wants to watch fucking Anderson Cooper talk about being a parent.
You don't? I would.
I don't.
Okay, fair. I mean, you're the parent. I mean, have you tried watching it?
No, because
I guess you can't relate. It's like I don't have a husband to have to raise a child with.
I'm like I don't. I'm not. We're not in the same tax bracket. Like why do I
That
need
is
to listen
true.
to Anderson Cooper?
That is true.
We're in the same
And
tax bracket.
I can't listen to, even though I love Jake Tapper, I can't listen to him talk about books because I like audiobooks more now. Just kidding. Anyways, but actually, I do think that those streaming services have value because it gives like people like Fareed Sakari, Scott Galloway, Anderson Cooper, and Jake Tapper their outlet to do their
Yeah,
own
I
independent
can see that.
projects. Yeah, so
I can see that.
I eventually I think it's all gonna go away to one bigger thing. And man, I really hope. Like I'm rooting for Chris Wallace so bad because he's one of my favorite like more conservative thoughts. I was like, because I can
Mhm.
like I might not agree with him, but I do like everything he says. I'm like, you have a point. You're a smart dude. I like Chris Wallace. But anyways, I do hope he still continues to be in the media industry because I think he's an important voice to have going forward. Anyways, fucking Elon, you do what you're gonna do. Buy us out too, man. Buy us out. I will take
Well,
your 4.2 billion, your
I,
420 billion million, whatever.
no.
I don't care, man. You make your jokes, you do you.
All right.
Wrap
Well,
this
it's been
shit up.
episode 43.
43.
Please like and subscribe, comment, review, share with a friend, and we'll catch you guys next time. Play the fucking music. Let's go.